struck a deal on these parts. They used to be strewn about the property, and then they got moved into this area. I decided to leave them the full bodies because I thought those things would be easier for them to sell than the loose parts and cabs. So we're getting loaded up, and we'll get headed back north. it home alive. I got most of the load unloaded. Did pretty well. I'll tell you what. I didn't do. I'll kind of talk numbers at the end of this a little. No, most guys don't, because when you're buying and selling parts, you have a tendency to not want to show your hand too much about what you have invested in things. But I don't really care all that much. I think it kind of helps guys who are potentially out picking and stuff to know, what to expect to pay and what really that translates to on the other end. So I'll get through that here after I walk you through things. First thing I did is I hacked the front of this Model AA frame off. The horns can be used. The cross members, it's a 28, so it's got the same as a regular Model A cross member. If it was a later Model AA, like a 3031, it would have a kind of a hot rodder's trick for making a spring in front conversion like I have on my Roadster, where the cross member is wide enough this way for a 3940 spring in front spring, which allows you to do your spring in front and lower your car a little bit. It's a trick guys used back in the day that's a little less popular these days because everybody kind of goes the mail order catalog route when they're building their traditional hot rods. But if you look around and look in the old little books, you'll see a lot of spring in front stuff. But anyway, the axles standard. All you got to do is lose the spindles. Actually, even the spindles might be good. It's the backing plates. Yeah, spindles are. You can use the spindles. Backing plates and drums. You got to lose backing plates and drums to get to a normal Model A size. You can tell by the moss this thing was sitting out there. I left the rest of it. It's not worth a whole lot. Did get bumper brackets though. I got a really nice subfloor that's down on the bottom there. My buddy Rocky, who you'll see in the video, he's got dibs on that for his 3031 Roadster project that we'll have on the channel soon. I got a 2829 Tudor body, most of one. I'll be sticking this together to sell. I have doors for it, and I have a cowl for it. So it'll be an almost complete body. I'll stick it together for somebody to make a nice little beginner hot rod project. I got a 2829 truck cab. It's, back's a little hammered out, but it's buildable. These are kind of tough to get doors for, although the doors can be bought new. I think they're like $1,100, and you also can find them used. They're the same as the Model T. That's why they put these on the trucks. They put these bulkheads. They put the bulkheads taller up there, and they made the backs taller so that they could use their surplus of Model T doors. That's why the truck doors are taller. It's just Henry being cheap. Here's a cool one. This one's it was at one point for sale cheap 99. This is an old hot rod, 3031 pickup, and this one is one of the ones I'm keeping. This one's gonna get stuck in my stash. You can tell it's got some neat stuff done. It's got dual master cylinders, clutch and brake there. Yeah, this one was a hot rod back in the day. It's in decent shape, somebody hacked out the floors and stuff, but it's cool. It's something I'm gonna hang on to. It's just about complete. I think I have both doors for it. But yeah, so that one's staying. I've then got this 2829. This one has a door on it. I have a passenger door for each of the two 2829 cabs, truck cabs. I'm undecided if I want to sell the doors separate or with the cabs. The doors tend to fetch a lot of money. They go all the way up to $700, $750 for a driver's door, $600, $650 for a passenger door. I kind of feel bad about that because I don't really get into selling parts to get rich. I just wanted to kind of feed my my car building desires and make a few bucks. But at the same time, I got to keep the lights on. I'm trying to contribute. I got 3 kids now, and so I'm undecided on how I'm going to go about that. Here are the Here are the car doors. I've got 3 2829 car doors. 2 of those are going to go on that Tudor. I've got another truck 2829. You can tell it's a truck because of the tall header panel up here. But yeah, that's going to be for sale. I've got a couple sets of fenders. I got the bottom of the passenger side rear of a 2829 Tudor. I found a 5 window. I'm keeping my 5 window. I've always wanted one, and I'm too cheap to go buy one. So yeah, I know it's crazy looking. The cowl's nice, but it's crazy looking. It's pretty rough. But hey, I can get quarters, and I can get doors. I don't know if I've got doors for this and the truck cab, but I you know, it's savable. I'm gonna get made fun of, but I'm doing it, so everybody can just watch me resurrect this thing. It'll be on the channel. There's the top of that passenger side 2829 Tudor panel that was over there, and then there's another one right behind it. Some more fenders. This is what I believe is a very rare 30 or a late 31 wide steel bed. So it has oak beneath the steel floor, and as an option in 31, I believe they had a steel floor option, and then in 32 they had a steel floor option. It's definitely not a 32 bed. You can tell by the body line where it sits, but it is a fairly unique bed, and I think I'm going to make some templates off of it. I'll probably sell it, but I believe I'm going to make some templates so that I can make these at a whim, because I'd like to put one on that 3031 cab I'm keeping. But I should be able to roll something really close to that out in a bead roller out of some 16. And yeah, it's cool. There's a weird garnish molding in there. I don't know what that's off of, with the pointy corner on it. I got some dash panels. I've got what is this? Another, oh, it's a driver's side lower off a Tudor. Model T hood. Got some wire wheels. That one's got kind of a neat Goodrich tire tread pattern on it. This is the roughest 3031 cowl I have. I have the, I believe these are the pillars that are cut off of it. I might be wrong, but I believe these are off of it. They could be 2829 though. There was a lot of Model A stuff out there. I bought everything loose. Then I got this pair of 2829 cowls missing A pillars. Those will go up for sale. I got this 3031 cowl. That'll go up for sale. I believe this is, yep, see the short header panel on it? This one is going on the Tudor body. In fact, it probably, if you look at the paint color and the patina, this probably came off of the Tudor body, I would imagine. In fact, you can see the sub rails are unbolted, or the rivets were cut off. And if you look in this one, there's no remnants. So that probably is the one off of that body, and it's going to go right back on. There's some various other things. There's a other 2829 truck door. Got a rear door for a 4-door. I got those garnishes. I think those are Tudor garnishes, but I'm not positive. There's my driver's 3031 door. But yeah, it was a really fun haul. It was a fun pick. Oh, there's a trunk lid too. Trunk lid's already spoken for. Had a previous deal. Had a previous deal that I had done where a fellow said if I ever came across a 3031 trunk lid, I could finally pay him back for the 312 Y block dual quad intake and carbs. So there that is. It does have some cancer, just there though, and the rest of it is really solid. The rest of it's really straight. Um, but yeah, it was a good haul. It was a fun day. And so to get into the numbers a little bit, the stuff everybody always wants to know, but nobody ever wants to say, I paid $1,700 for all of this. To somebody who's buying parts to build cars, they would say that that is the absolute gold mine. That is, I hit it big. It is. That was a great price. I'm not gonna lie. It was an absolutely great price. But to somebody who has to drive 3 hours to go get it, that's interesting how they did the hinge there. Welded that on. I don't think that's factory. Looks like a. Yeah, that's interesting. To somebody like me who has to drive 3 hours to go look at the stuff, pay for it, load it up, have money tied up, drive it 3 hours home, and then I have to take pictures. I got to clean it up. I gotta market it. Some of it'll get hauled around to swap meets. More fuel, more time. I'll get negotiated with on prices on stuff, and I'll get beat up, and you know how that goes. By the time it's all said and done, I'm not really rich. You know, I'll make a decent wage for my time and efforts, and a lot of cool cars are going to get saved, and a lot of cool parts will get used, and they won't be, you know, they won't be rotting away someplace anymore. So that's cool. But yeah, I'm not getting rich, not by any means. But I don't get me wrong. I'm very blessed. I'm very happy with how this went. Um, but it is not just an instant gold mine. And really, I would say the biggest reason I do it, beyond just making a few bucks to help my family, and the biggest reason guys like Matt from Iron Trap do it, and a few other folks I know, Tin Pusher, and a few guys online that you see on Instagram and stuff, you get to hoard a lot of really cool stuff. I mean, look in Matt's shop, you know, look in Iron Trap's upstairs now. And then go back a few years and look at how much of that stuff he had. You get to pick a lot of the cool stuff off for yourself. I'm gonna have a little 5 window, which probably isn't worth a whole lot. But this truck cab, you know, it's might not be worth a whole lot to some people either, but I'm happy. I got two things I get to keep. I get to get some templates off that bed. You know, I'm happy. So along the way, you do get those perks, is my point. Even though you're not getting rich off stuff, you do get stuff over time. And that stuff can become worth more money over time. You know, we're all hoarders. I really try hard not to be, but yeah, we get a few bucks at the end of the day for our time, and then we get cool parts. It's not wise if you really want to get into this as a living to buy and sell parts. You know, I do a little fabrication work. I flip cars. I do other things along the way, and I really do as mostly supplemental income for our family and as a hobby. It is not a way to get rich, but if you want to have some fun, though, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. It's awesome. The Will It Run video is coming soon. You might be able to tell it's still raining here, and I'm still waiting on some spark plug wires from Zach Parks. We've had some shipping issues. Some stuff just kind of, postal service just sent it to the wrong state and then stuck it in a room someplace and hit it. So waiting on those. I don't really need them to get going, but I'm kind of waiting on the rain to stop. I don't want to work on it in the rain. And then here's that Packard, the Packard that I picked up recently. The 37 Chevy is for sale. I'm trying to get $4,500 out of it. It's pretty cheap by the market standard for what those are going for, and that does come with a pickup box for it, and may be able to come with a pickup chassis as well. But it's for sale. I need to start being realistic a little bit. Anyway, that's pretty much going to do it for this one. Really appreciate you guys tuning in, watching. New folks, please subscribe. Please subscribe. I really could use more subscribers, and if you like the content, just one click away. I really appreciate it. To everybody else who's subscribed, return viewers, thanks for coming back. Appreciate all the comments, all the positive feedback. I hope everybody's liking the channel. I'm trying to do a good job on it for you. So till next time.